Guys, we're going to be watching a video from a friend of the channel, a guy that I like a lot, Tectone. We're going to be watching this video from him. Now, of course, we have to fast forward a little bit because, it takes Tectone like 10 minutes to get to the point. Like, let's be honest. He wants to talk about everything that he's ever done. We're here to talk about Ludwig. The title of the video is Ludwig. Tectone, get to the fucking point. All right? I don't want to hear, oh, guys, I woke up this morning, I got a blowjob. I had breakfast. Then I brushed my teeth, took a shit. I'm here for fucking Ludwig. Okay, give me the goods. I'm like scratching myself like I'm a fucking crackhead. All right, we're here to listen to what you have to say about Ludwig. I want to know what you think. Ludwig decided to be a fucking jellyfish again. For those who don't know, Ludwig over the past couple days has been saying, guys, I think that Hassan had a shock collar. I don't know if he shocked his dog, but it's 100% a shock collar. And now today, Ludwig has revealed that he is, in fact, a spineless jellyfish because he's basically reverse course. Guys, Hassan sent me a picture, and I can confirm that it is a vibration collar. Shut the fuck up, dude. Did you even ask him what make and model it was? Did you try to verify any of the information? No. You probably got bitched out by your girlfriend and then tucked your tail between your legs and went over and apologized to Hassan, and, you're here now. You're here now glazing Hassan's asshole, trying to run defense for him when we have the video evidence. We know what he did. We know that what Hassan has done in the past when it comes to dogs, his animal abuse, is on record. The fact that you would try to do this just demonstrates how fucking stupid you are. And you're trying to play this game of, no, I can be in the middle. No, you fucking can't. Even your own chat, even your mods, even your most die-hard viewers were like, oh God, no. Oh no. Ludwig, no. Ludwig, no. You are in this position because you have a reputation as somebody that is basically on Hassan's leash. You have the opportunity to go off the leash, and you even had Asmongold running defense for you for the past 2 days. Guys, it's not really cool the way that you're going after Ludwig, and no, Ludwig's not that bad. Yeah, he was running the same defense for you that he was running for, Hassan last week. Guys, Hassan isn't a demon. He's not evil. He's not a bad guy. Yes, he is. And Ludwig is bad too. Ludwig and QT Cinderella helped to make the culture and climate around streaming and streamers in the United States and politics and pretty much everything as bad as it could be. They profited off of it. I mean, keep in mind, Ludwig and QT Cinderella gave Frogan Rising Star of the Year 2 times in a row. Do you think that was just a coincidence? Rising Star of the Year. It had nothing to do with the rising pounds that Frogan was putting on. No, they tried to say, oh, Frogan is a great rising star. No, she's not. And she never was. But she won the award. That's absolutely fucking outrageous. Anyway, getting to the point. Let's listen to Ludwig talk about Tectone. Because I want to know what his thoughts are.
Old favorite streamer that now we probably don't give a fuck about anymore. Ludwig, and I hate saying that shit because Ludwig used to be one of my favorite content creators. He was definitely up there. Really funny. Just a good, chill dude. But man, I kind of regret this whole.
All right, criticism for Tectone. Tectone, not everyone can be your favorite. Like, Tectone has this thing that he does, and I understand why he does it. I understand why. You grease somebody up before you basically take out their kneecaps. I understand. He did this for Destiny. Oh, Destiny used to be one of my favorite content creators. Destiny was nobody's favorite content creator. Destiny was a fucking retard. Destiny was a cuck, gooner, freak, gremlin forever. Like, let's just be real. Ludwig has always been a fake plastic piece of shit, okay? Could we just be honest? Let's be honest. No more of this fake streamer bullshit. Ludwig has always been a piece of shit. He has always been fake. He's always been plastic. He's always been like this. I have never seen a clip of Ludwig from years ago where he was like suddenly based and cool and interesting and engaging. He has always been this very weird, out of place person. I don't even know how Ludwig got famous. Usually it's like from gaming and stuff. I don't even know. But for whatever reason, Ludwig has been foisted upon us, and now this is what we have to deal with.
How much I broke out into the mainstream streamer circle. I kind of wish I always stayed like an obscure streamer because, man, the more I find out about like the inner workings of streamers and the inner workings of every clique, it's just a scum fuck cesspool of fake motherfuckers. And, you know, maybe it's fucked up for me to wish that I just still lived in delusion, but I mean, like all of y'all, I was just a viewer once, and then now, man, there's so many people that just suck ass. It's insane. There are so many people who are just willing to lie to get 5 extra viewers. It's just like, good Lord. I mean, how pathetic do these people get? It's honestly like quite depressing. Oh, well, I'll just have sex later and I'll feel better. Now, normally when I make one of these videos, I'm always like, I wonder if they're going to respond. I wonder if they're going to watch it. I wonder if they're going to comment. I wonder if they're going to tweet. Because, you know, I always love the old back and forth. They're fun. I love it. Get into these little debacles where I understand that I deeply, deeply get underneath these people's skins. And the reason why is because I'm an easy dunk. And the reason why I'm an easy dunk is because enough people have pretended that factually incorrect information is truthful, as well as many of the popular streaming gossip sites where astroturfed or negative agendas were pushed by very large streamers at the time. But that's okay. Their career will soon come to an end, I'm sure, while I will remain, as I am a very constant in this community, 7 years strong, going through worse shit than everybody else, and I do it with a smile. It's great. But Ludwig has gone on record saying that he would sooner kill himself than watch one of my videos. So, Ludwig, if you ever respond to my videos, that means you watched it, which means you know what you got to do next. Anyways.
Based Tectone. You see why I like this guy? You see why I like him? I may have a little bit of criticism here and there when he glazes up these terrible people from time to time, but I understand. He's doing like what the mafia does, okay? I don't really hold it against him. You know, like the mafia, like when they're about to whack you, when they're about to take you out into the fucking boat in the middle of the lake, they'll butter you up. They'll be like, oh yeah, you used to be, oh man, you're such a great content creator. You're so great. Bah, bah, bah. You know, that's the way that the mafia works. Don't forget the cannolis. You know what I mean? I understand. But you see why I like this guy?
Don't do that. I don't want any streamer to ever hurt themselves. I just want to make sure that's very clear in case you're in a dark spot. And that includes you too, Hassan. I don't ever want any harm to come to you. I don't want any harm to come to any streamer. However, I would love for people to lose, their otherwise good rep by being exposed as the pieces of shit you are. Can't believe Hassan is moving away from Collargate by just lying enough and getting enough of his friends to lie enough, which is where we are today. Ludwig, I was pretty critical of you only one time, actually, which is why I don't understand why you're so upset. Ludwig, we were pretty good. You invited me to your Fortnite tournament, and you were kind of gassing me up quite a bit. And then I'm slightly critical of you enabling an alcoholic to near levels of where a man almost died, as well as many women were being sexually harassed. And you got upset at me for what? Being a good person? Do you want me to lie? Do you want me to lie for my friends? Do you want me to cover up for my friends? I don't do that. I will always be a straight shooter, always. I've called out Asmongold, and I don't really think I need to go any further than that because that's pretty much the only person that people consistently use my name in the same sentence with, so there's not really going to be a name that tops that. But I've called out Asmon many, many, many times when he is fucked up, and I will continue to do so because that is what people do. Especially people with consciences, especially people who try to be good friends, because you will be even more critical of the people you care about because you want them to grow and succeed as people. Unlike other people where they say, I was this guy's friend once and now I'm just trying to help him, and then just say a whole bunch of lies, which is just very productive. Ludwig, I don't know how every time, because I root for you, Ludwig, I really do. I don't understand how every time you finally score a W, very rare these days, very rare W, like, Jesus, like astronomically low odds of actually scoring a W, but you somehow managed to do it. You escaped from the collar of Hassan. By the way, if you watch this year's Streamer Awards, I won't be nominated for anything because I don't stream. But also, I guarantee you, dude, last year there was like 3 jokes about me from people who I don't even know. So I always find it funny when people say they have no idea who I am, yet almost every single streamer talks about me. It's kind of insane.
Yeah.
So, anyways.
It's because these people exist in a world where fame and clout and money are the most important things in their life, because these people have sold their soul for like a Kit Kat bar. And they think, well, if we pretend that we don't know him, that's going to hurt him. Not realizing that not everyone is the same. If these people were to be like, oh, I don't know who Tactical Templar is, like, it doesn't hurt my feelings. Your ignorance does not hurt me. It just makes me laugh at you, because in the next sentence you'd be like, yeah, that guy's a piece of shit. That guy's like a Nazi, like a misogynist. It doesn't hurt me. It gives me a chance to make fun of you and expose you. Same with Tectone, I imagine. I'm sure he's like, oh man, did these people really just mention me? Did they really call me out? Say that they don't know me and then try to insult me? Yeah, I'm sure for him it's like sport. It's fun. At least it is for me. I mean, these degenerate creatures, these disgusting, self-absorbed freaks, these people are demons. These people have sold their soul for a goddamn Klondike bar. These people have nothing really of value to show for all of the shit that they've given up. And I don't mean like they've sacrificed. I mean, they've given up parts of their humanity, parts of their soul, parts of all of their conscience. Like, these people will lie, cheat, steal, manipulate, extort. Like, these people are the worst of the worst. Ludwig brings his friend to a party. He knows he's an alcoholic. For content, he's getting his friend increasingly drunk, and they're breathalyzing the friend, and they're going, let's up those numbers, when he was blowing like a 2. More than a 2. He's blowing like a 3 point something. That's fucking crazy. That is evil. Evil.
Ludwig scores a W and finally tells the fucking truth. Good for him. Love that shit. And he says that he is 100% positive that that collar is a shot collar, because he's seen what's been posted on the internet. He's seen what we have all seen. He used his eyeballs and he said, wait a minute, these things fucking work. A lot of things that, for some reason, a lot of people in LA don't seem to have as functioning eyes, even when Sasha Grey herself doesn't even have a functioning ears or a functioning brain, because when she was quite literally told by QT that it was a shock collar, she goes, oh my, I don't want to see that. And it's just kind of pathetic. But Ludwig, you called Hassan out. And you said that is 100% shock collar, a thing that everybody on Earth knows. You lasted maybe 13 hours. Maybe 13 hours. And you completely folded on yourself, you absolute spineless coward.
Jellywig. The myth of Jellywig having a spine, it has now been debunked. And I agree with Tectone's sentiment. I agree with his tone. Again, he talked about criticizing people. I'll criticize Asmongold. Asmongold is far too soft on Ludwig. Far too soft on a lot of these people. He allows them to do these really despicable things, these really dishonest things, and then makes excuses for them, downplays them, obfuscates. I am much more in alignment with Tectone's approach here than, say, somebody like Asmongold.
And then you have these people in your audience that I know get under your skin. I know what makes you so mad, because I know what makes streamers mad, and I know you are uncomfortable. You want to know why? Because you were calling these people who said, uh-oh, gonna get the call from Hassan, and you're like, you guys are so pathetic. And you want to know why you got so upset? It's because you know they're right. And you know that you are horrified of that man, and you are horrified of that community. A community that I have been dealing with for well over a year now. And yes, there's a lot of people, and yes, they will make your life a lot harder than you might desire. But people like you aren't like people like me, where you will do what is necessary. You will tell the truth, even at a detriment to your own well-being. I'm going to glaze myself a little bit, but you have to understand how easy of a position I was at. I was connected with so many streamers, and a lot of people like to call me a social chameleon. A lot of people say I have no principles. A lot of people say I stand for nothing. These are what the haters say. Yet, do you understand how easy it would have been to go to all these streamers and stroke their ego? Like, I know they want me to, and say, oh my God, you're the best. Oh my God, I love being on stream. Brother, I literally went on Ms. Kiff's stream during Camp Canoe, not once, not twice, but 3 different times, and told him that his community sucks fucking ass and that nobody wants to fucking be here. When all I had to do was just smile and say, let's go, Mizzy Wizzy. More viewers. I know how streamers work. It's not easy. They're all simple-minded. You just glaze the fuck out of them and you say, yes, very cool, very good, I really like this. And then all of a sudden you're collabing nonstop. And then you donate to charity. That's all you gotta do. Just be nice to everybody, say you're the best to everybody, and donate money to charity. Congratulations. Your viewerships will start skyrocketing because, dude, it pays dividends to be a fake-ass, dick-sucking yes man
True.
In this community.
True.
And it's pathetic.
True.
And I refuse to be that shit. Absolutely not. But not you, Ludwig. You felt 1% of Hassan community's anger, and you folded like a fucking omelet, brother. You folded like an omelet. And you sat there like NMP with his little soy hands. And he went, well, guys, on further consideration, I had a call with Hassan, and maybe I should have said 99% because, well, I just don't think it's actually a shot caller after all. Brother, are you now telling your community to doubt their eyes as well? Jesus fucking Christ. You either got duped, or you're spineless, or you're an idiot.
All three.
One. I mean, good God.
Most plastic,
good
fake,
fucking God.
Spineless streamer. Slugwig.
The more and more things are developing, guys, I want you to know that if you are a part of the people who watch my videos, do you guys understand my frustration? Do you guys understand my hatred? How is everybody such a fake-ass bitch?
Man, you see why I love Tectone? I really do. Now, admittedly, I don't know him all that well. Like, we've talked behind the scenes a couple times. He doesn't really know me all that well. I don't really know him all that well, but I like him. I think that there is an honesty in him about these things, and I think that he's speaking truthfully about this. I consider myself to be a fairly good judge of character. I think that, yeah, it's totally understandable that he's like, what the fuck? Everyone around me is fake. Yes, they are. Because Tectone, streaming is like Z-list Hollywood. It's the same sort of temptations and traps and, I want to be the one on top. I want to be the one getting the money. I want to be the one in here. And there are a lot of cliques and groups and unions and, there is a lot of that. But I personally think, and I've built my channel this way from the first, I never had anyone to shout me out in the beginning. In fact, up until Nux Taco, up until Nux, nobody had really shouted out my channel at all. I built this channel up brick by fucking brick. One subscriber at a time. And there were setbacks. I was on my own. There'd be time I'd make a video about like Moist Critical. Moist Critical reacted to one of my videos a couple years ago. I had a much smaller following than I do now. I wasn't really even streaming at the time. And it was one of the most bad faith, dishonest, virtue hungry, retarded, completely disingenuous bits of content I'd seen. And I made response videos, but Moist Critical's audience came out and they were pissed. Now, admittedly, Moist Critical's audience is filled with like people that are too young to know better and people who are too old to be doing that, like stoner, pothead, dropout, high school people that still watch SpongeBob and get high. And people that are young and stupid. I came to find this out because they would constantly swarm my videos at the time. And I didn't really mind it, but I would go back and forth with them on stuff like this. But I encountered a lot of pushback from a lot of communities in my time coming up, and there was nobody that had my back to push me forward. I had to do it all. I had to slog through the bullshit to come out the other side. And every time I did, it made me fucking stronger. I did not cave, capitulate, make excuses. I didn't go, look, could you please back me up? Because nobody would. Nobody knew who I was. Nobody would have fucking cared. But the reality is that I stood there against the maelstrom, against somebody like Moist Critical or MXR Plays was one of the other ones. I was critical of them doing what I felt was a dishonest thing about their demonetization, that they were trying to misrepresent it. And I was right. I was absolutely right. But their audience found my video and they were scathing. But the fact is, I would never have behaved like Ludwig does. I just couldn't. It's not in my nature. It's not who I am. I will fight for what I think is right. I'm not going to take a sponsorship deal or collab or suck somebody's dick the way that Ludwig would. If there's a group of people and they have a problem with me, come and get it.
It is fucking insane. It is pure fucking insanity how people will experience 1% of backlash and fold like a bitch on their ideals.
This is one of the reasons I was so fucking furious at Mudahar. It worked on Mudahar. Mudahar betrayed Nux, basically accused him of being a pedo. And that post-Nux Clarity video. He's right. He's absolutely fucking right. This is what these people do.
And there's so many of these people from LA. It's insane. And I'm not going to tell you Austin's better, because it sure as fuck isn't. Jesus Christ. I mean, holy fuck. It is insane.
Tectone, we got to work on you taking the Lord's name in vain, brother. We got that's going to be a work in progress. No more taking the Lord's name in vain.
It's like these streamers, they never had to struggle a single moment in their entire fucking life. And they know if they ever fall off, they are fucked forever. So they are willing to suck any dick they possibly can and bend the knee at anything if it means self-preservation. Self-preservation is the name of the game. That's it. That's all they care about. That's all they've ever cared about. And I think that's pathetic. I do. A man who stands for nothing falls for everything. And I really think that people are starting to wake up. I really, really, really do. I hope that shit was worth it, Lud. Because now people see you for who you are. You are just a guy who is just going to say what everybody wants to hear. And if anybody gives you any backlash, you're going to fold immediately. Just like Valkyrie. Valkyrie fucking apologized for merely talking to Asmongold. What the fuck is that? Jesus. I mean, holy crap. Did I look like a pussy when I drank out of that straw? I always feel like I look like a pussy when I drink out of that straw.
Well, you didn't before, but now that you mention it. But he's absolutely right, brothers. He's absolutely right. Great video from Ludwig. Great video from Ludwig. Yeah, he's absolutely correct in everything that he said, in the way that he broke it down. Yeah, I think that it was spot on. I agree with his take here way more than Asmongold. I think Asmongold is, I don't know. I honestly, I can't put my finger on it. I don't know why Asmongold continues to try to run defense for these people that where we obviously know that these are bad people acting in bad faith. We know that these are spineless, dishonest, lying people. I don't know why Asmon reacts the way he does, but I'm very grateful for Ludwig. I'm glad that he has taken up to being honest and open about this. And it's not easy for him or for me or for anyone. These streamers have huge platforms and major connections. You know, I have solidified the fact that I will never, ever be invited to any of these award shows. I'm not like Frogan. I'm not going to get Rising Star of the Year. My point is that there is a cost associated. Now, I'm happily willing to give up the perceived benefit, because for me, it's not really a benefit. But for some content creators, they're just not. They're not willing to give up with that. They're not willing to take the harder road because it's harder. They'd rather take the easy road, get all the money, all the clicks, all the clout. But for me, I think that's a mistake. Anyway, brothers, I want to thank you for watching. I want to thank you for supporting the channel, and I'll see you next time.